disengage the lock. Ah, there we go. You and Eddie both get 2 defense threshold. That's pretty good. So we get a slightly higher defense stat thanks to Eddie. Oh! You know what? Stuff it. Let's go for it. This axe is so strong against robots, it's actually kind of ridiculous. Yeah, heal me. I don't remember there being extra robots in here, but apparently there were. Okay, bullets. Let's buy more bullets. 50 MGs are always welcome. 12-7. 5.56, yep. Some more stim packs. More stim packs, yep. Sounds fantastic to me. You can have my brush gun. You can have the flashbangs, the frag grenades. You can take the nail gun, I really don't need the nail gun. Pulse grenade. The satchel charges are worth hanging on to. But I'm gonna sell my C4. Yeah, potentially we're gonna be able to use satchel charges against the final boss. Switch back to this machine. It's actually very ironic, I think, if you use, not the final boss of this DLC, the final boss of the game. I think it's very ironic if you use, satchel charges against the final boss of the game. Considering his predecessor. US combat armor. I'm wearing power armor right now. I don't think US combat armor is going to stack up to that. Lots of meds. Very nice. Nothing I really need. Alright. Let's keep pressing on. Okay. Downwards. Food. I don't really need food. I've got MRAs. MRAs are okay. Yes, bongos. Bongos for days. Okay, now we go into... Okay. Okay. I'm almost out of shotgun rounds. And we're only just now getting into... the tunneler's home base. Not good. Not good at all. Alright, so back to the commissary. I didn't actually pick up shotgun rounds. And that's a bit of backtracking, it's annoying, but I do believe I'll be needing them, so... Alright. I do appreciate the combat difficulty this is, so don't get me wrong. It's nice to actually have a really serious challenge. Because the big difference between this and Old World Blues is, I felt like in Old World Blues, a lot of the enemies were just bullet sponges. They took a lot of hits, but they didn't necessarily dish out a lot of damage. They just became like... They were just tanky for the sake of being tanky, you know? In this DLC, they definitely do hit hard. Alright, 55 12-gauge rounds. That's pretty good. Hopefully that'll see us through this section. Regrettably, I don't think we can just jump down, can we? No, I feel like this wouldn't end well if we just jump straight down. We could jump down here. There we go, that works. Alright, let's make a save. Boing. Boing. Sunstone Tower. Yeah, getting the ability to knock stuff down. A drawing. Oh god, it's been so long since somebody requested a drawing. The image of what you look like. So it's basically, I'm trying to draw what I think you look like. Gotcha. I'm gonna have some fun with that. Yeah, I don't know when I'll do this. Probably not today. We'll see. Yeah, remind me if I forget in like a couple days, alright? It has been a very long time since somebody requested a drawing. I think maybe you were the last person to request a drawing, actually, Harold. Now that I think about it. Don't really remember. I think that's the part where we get split up with, from Eddie.
Hopeville, High Road, Ashton, tiny cracks in the earth. Nothing compared to the road carved ahead. Before you, this is the edge of the divide. Ahead lies your work, the history you burned in the earth, what you brought to the people here.
What happened here?
You delivered a package, had markings that matched those in the divide. Not all, but enough. Military markings from someplace the bear had savaged in the west. Maybe seeing those markings on it reminded you of home, made you carry it.
Yeah, so this is literally the whole point. We brought a package here that caused this disaster. This package, I don't recall it.
It was from the west, from deep in NCR. Whether made by them or not, it came here through your hands. It was a device, a detonator, one I'd never seen before, or heard before. You carried that thing to the divide. I know because I followed you as you walked the road, watched you do it. You brought it here, to the community you built, and you are responsible for what happened after, when the device opened, started to speak. When it did, the divide answered back. Those missiles you've seen, buried in their silos. They exploded beneath the ground, cracked the landscape. Sand, ash, the dead. The divide skies became a graveyard.
Yep, so we brought a package here. It blew up and killed everybody. But from my perspective, and you can disagree, this is a complete accident. We had no idea what we were bringing here. We were asked to bring a package here. It was the NCR that brought the package here, and they were the ones that were mucking around with it. So, this package, you said it had markings. What was it?
Machinery. Simple on the outside. Computer parts. Inside. More complicated. Was the only time I'd heard a machines speak in the divide. The only machine with a voice.
Why would I have brought it here?
I've walked the east. You've walked the west. More than I have. Circle Junction, Reno, Vault City. Word a few at Fort Aradesh. Fort abandoned. Even further west than that, Brahmin drives on the big circle. Whatever you saw out there wasn't enough to make you stay. Maybe the markings on the package reminded you of the road home.
True. I'm not responsible for this. There's no way I could have known. Let's see his response to this.
If you had been there when it happened, if you had seen the divide break, you would know it. You carry death wherever you go. If the Mojave doesn't know it yet, it will. What happened here can happen again. You already proved it. What you did in Ashton.
You didn't really give me a choice here, listeners. I had no idea the silo was active until the missile was in the air towards Hopeville.
Didn't stop you, though. Like carrying the chip to Vegas. Old world death in your hand. Pieces of the old world like that just need someone careless enough to take them where they need to go. To do their killing.
Alright. We're not playing the blame game anymore. You wanted me to come to the divide, I'm here, now what?
Your roads are not done. Haven't walked it full yet. Not nearly enough. The way ahead and below leads to the heart of the divide. And there, you and I, we'll have an ending to things.
I'm not done talking to you yet, there's more I want to know.
Already heard you once, long ago, and loud enough for history to hear. Tired of your messages. Still, curiosity drove you this far. Let's see what else it can do.
What's our history? How do you know me?
I knew all of you. Your name. Your road to and from the divide. What that meant for the Legion. We never spoke.
Yes, he's a Legionnaire.
Your actions. Knew you'd walked the west.
Was a Legionnaire.
As I'd walked the east. Learned different lessons. And I would never have discovered the divide without you.
I want to know more about this package I delivered.
You know what it was.
I don't know what it was.
Had symbols of America on it. New markings. From
Enclave, so it's an
Great
Enclave
War.
package.
Thought it might be America come again. Promise of another future. Another flag.
But what was it?
It was a piece of machinery. Military. Holding memories. Codes, maybe. When it woke, made these sounds. Words.
Is it an
When it
AI?
spoke.
Computer?
The divide became fire. The ground tore apart like the skies. Through it all, kept calling out. Maybe calling for home.
Where is the package now?
Buried in the divide. Part of it now. Wherever it is, it's been silent. If it spoke again, we'd know.
What do you mean when it woke?
Machine couldn't speak by itself. Needed a terminal to access it. Like the terminals in the silos here. Or the machine with you. When it was connected, it started speaking. And the divide answered.
Alright. Before I go any further, I deserve some answers.
You've seen the divide. Walked it. Farther than I thought you would. Not sure how much farther you have in you. If you need answers, speak. You've earned them. even if only you and I can carry them from here.
Alright, you made a promise not to kill me. Why?
Caesar's orders.
Caesar's orders?
Sometime before I realized the why of it. Wasn't just you. All couriers. No telling how many were Legion. Maybe all of them. Wasn't sure about you until the divide. All the NCR burning. That much death. It bears the mark of a Legion hand. But you killed like NCR. Like Hanlon. With mines, bombs, missiles. Killed Legion along with the bear. Like a coward. Kills from a distance.
Well, I'm a sniper.
If you were Legion, then NCR beat you. The West changed you.
I was never a Legion agent.
I know that now. Doesn't change what was done. The Legion who died here. Even if you were Legion, you would answer for those deaths by Caesar's law.
Alright, this canyon is miles long, maybe longer. Where can I find you?
At the end of the divide, through the trenches and wreckage, that's where you'll find me. My new home, here, amongst dead men. You and that machine. Keep your eyes on the tower that cuts the horizon. You'll find your way. Made it this far. Not much farther to go.
Oh, we don't lose Eddie yet. I guess we lose Eddie a bit later. I do know there is a part coming up where he takes Eddie away from us. He's still, like, on reasonably good terms with us. Later, he sort of snaps. And he's like, nah, I've had enough of your crap. You should be dead by now. I mean, the temptation to blow up the nuke right next to these three guys is too strong. Goodbye, gentlemen. Alright, I don't remember how to get down from here. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting question. Like, are we responsible? You know? Because we didn't have to bring the package here. We could have said no. We did choose to take the contract. But we didn't know what we were bringing. We didn't know what they would do with it. An explanation that I read that I actually find very compelling about Ulysses' behavior is he doesn't actually really blame you. It's just the only way that he can make sense of what happened. So he doesn't really think that you're responsible. Because, logically, you can't really hold somebody responsible. Like, you know, if a... Like, if you think about, like... Oh, God, I don't want to get into real-world stuff. But let's say a... courier or a mail deliverer or something delivered, like... They didn't know. They were just delivering a bottle of poison. And that poison ended up killing somebody. Are they responsible? They had no intentions of hurting anybody. They were just delivering a package. They didn't know what was in it.
Hey, Dad!
You know?
Check out this robot I found!
Careful, Tommy. I've never seen a robot like that before. It might be dangerous.
It's driving
He's
Effie.
not dangerous. Look, he's hurt. Can we take him home, Dad? Maybe Mom can fix him.
I don't know, son. What if someone comes looking for it?
Please? He looks so lonely. Maybe if Mom fixes him, he can help her out around the garage.
All right, boy. But if he breaks anything, it's coming out of your allowance.
Yay! He'll be just like Ralphie. Only this one's not a toy.
Sounds like that kid was pretty fond of you. Why'd you leave? Where'd this happen? Illinois. That's where you got that plate. The other you, I mean. Ah, so you ended up in Chicago. What's a Chicago? Alright, let's go, Eddie. Yeah, makes sense. The courier hasn't been that far, so they wouldn't know what Chicago is. I like the idea that Ulysses is just looking for somebody to blame, because what happened doesn't make sense. So he blames, I guess, the logical I mean, if everybody else is dead, I suppose we're the only one that they really can blame, right? It's a tragedy, but are we really responsible? I don't know. I'm not convinced that the courier has any responsibility. But I'm sure plenty would make the argument that the courier is solely responsible. What the hell was that? I mean, I think the people that are responsible are whoever actually put these nukes underneath this place. Mole rats. Really? How are these mole rats even survive out here with all the stuff that's around here? Alright, Private Foster's journal. Let's see what he says for himself. Jeez, this place is a hellhole. I heard it was bad from some of you guys coming back. Henriksen bought it when one of those unexploded warheads went off, and Jenkins, those things got him. I don't know what they were exactly. Ghouls, maybe. Nasty fuckers. Lieutenant thinks they were drawn by the explosion that killed Henriksen. I think we're all gonna die here. Damn. Imagine just, like, the hopelessness of being sent to a place like this. What can you do? Two misses. This is gonna be the kill. There we go. What gun was he using? Brush gun. Why are these guys using such crappy weapons relatively? Those shoulder-mounted machine guns. My accuracy is not fantastic. Alright, face me, coward. Shooting attacks. Shotguns. Always welcome. Legion money. Lots of bottles of sarsaparilla. Very nice. Warrior 6. So Ulysses has gone through this whole area before. How did he get through past the areas with the, warheads? Unless he has, like, a secret pathway that we don't know about. I mean, he's obviously much more familiar with this area than we are. Oh boy. Hey, what's that? This place. 3rd Street Municipal Building. Oh, meds. Treasurer's report. Somebody from political office should keep an eye on those guys down at the water treatment plant. That's the 3rd request for extra funds I've had to deny this month. If they think we're made of money, I swear it's like they want the communists to win. Attention all base personnel, do not engage the protesters outside the construction zone. I know. The presence of those freedom-loving, no-goodniks fills my brain with the white-hot rage of capitalist justice, but the political office has something planned for them, and you mooks better not screw it up. Attention all base personnel will soon play host to one of our greatest American patriots of our day, General Wellesley himself, for those whose family ties don't fork. The General is the chief liaison officer to take to the Big Mountain Research Facility. He and his team are paying us a visit to collect our guests. Where they can take them someplace where they can do some good for their country beyond stinking of patchouli and shooting LSD. So they took the protesters to Big Mountain to be experimented on. Protesters to experiment on them. That's so messed up, man. The Big Mountain of all places. So maybe some of those lobotomites we saw were like those protesters. You know, years and years later, they're still like kept alive by whatever cybernetic stuff the think tank did to them. Jeez, that's a horrible thought. Yeah, it has dawned on me that when Eddie gets taken back by Ulysses, he's going to give us all the stuff that he's carrying back, so we're going to have to just leave some stuff behind. Which, I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. There's nothing we can do about it. So we have to head through the caves next. I think the caves is where we find the queen, the Tunneler Queen. Which I'm not terribly looking forward to. Satchel charges. They keep giving us satchel charges. Are they trying to, like, give me some kind of message? It's their way of implying, like, hey, these satchel charges are going to be really useful in the caves. That was a 308 round, probably hand-loaded. That would have destroyed most robots your size. What was that? Raiders, huh? Amateurs. I'd have tracked them down. Whoa! No, I don't want to say that. That sounded bad. Sounds like they blew out your primary stabilizing jets. I can't believe you kept going after that. No wonder you didn't make it all the way to Navarro. No time to talk. I don't like the look of this place. We should keep moving. Well, I mean, even if he made it to Navarro, Navarro fell, like, not long after all this stuff is taking place. But the timeline doesn't quite line up then. So, they talked about Colonel Autumn, but they're sending people across the country to Navarro, which is from Fallout 2. Colonel Autumn is in Fallout 3. He would have been, let's say Colonel Autumn is, like, 50 years old. Let's have the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he's 60 years old. I don't even think he was born when Fallout 2 was taking place. Unless he was, like, very young. But in that case, why is he a colonel? I don't really have a lot of ammo left. I really can't afford to screw around with my last few shots. The biggest issue is I don't really have a good backup weapon to use against the tunnelers. Like, the anti-material rifle's not appropriate. This machine could be okay, but I'm only really going to be able to take on one at a time. Actually, I've got a plan. Been saving up these grenades all game. I think I'm killing myself with this. Oh god. Oh god. That was not really a great engagement for us, but we did manage to win somehow. I think I've also destroyed my armor. Yeah, my armor's getting absolutely trashed by that. Alright, let's switch back to the riot shotgun. It was worth a try. We did at least take out a good group of them. Oh, Eddie's back. Just wish I had more shotgun rounds. Buried buildings.